performance upgrades we discussed after the last race. They're on the car and the data looks promising. Take a look at the details.
What's up guys, this is Smash 7 and today is another episode of my career mode. As you saw there, I've got an upgrade on
to begin here in Bahrain. When it comes to getting lap time out of this circuit, it's traditionally been about maximising top speed. Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible, hang on in the corners and max out down the straights?
Well, who knows, Crofty, right? So it's time. Because in the last couple, I haven't been very high up. I've been 20th and 19th. So if we can get ourselves off the last row of the grid, that'd be great. If you're wondering why sometimes it'll go quiet and sometimes you'll hear loads of muffling, I've got issues with my mic right now, so I don't know what's going on, but hopefully it's alright. So going into turn 1, braking at the curb start, round turn 1, taking quite a lot of curb in turn 2, a little kink. Now coming down to turn 3 or 4, I don't know which one it is, but braking at the 100 metre board, down to gear 4, don't take the curb because that unsettles the car quite a lot. So, for the first sector, not a bad first sector, quite clean. You just have to memorise the braking point for that turn. Shut up, yeah. If you didn't watch the last race, I advise you go watch it because that was a great race for our team. Because spoiler alert, we won that race. And I didn't show you the standings, but we were joint second in the standings because right at the end Vettel's tyre blew up and then he blew up Bottas, I think it was. Carbon fibre flew everywhere. But yeah, whilst I was talking like this about that, we're coming to the end of this first lap. We're showing the whole of this one, won't show the whole of the next one. But braking at the 100 metre board, take a bit too much curb, so we run wide there. Out the final corner, what position is this lap going to put us in? Forget to open the DRS. P5 ahead of Marcus Ericsson. Not a bad lap there, so. But now as we come to the end of our final lap in qualifying, we're nearly a second up on our previous best time. Going round the final corner, we are a second up on our previous time. What position is this lap going to put us in? Open the DRS flap, and it's P13 for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's not the back row. Jeff isn't happy, but I am. It's not a bad qualifying session that. So, well, we're ahead of Danik Fiat. He's a 10.42 behind me. But I'm happy with that qualifying session. Let's try and make stuff up in the race. And here we are, coming onto 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix. The 3rd episode in this career mode. And it's lights out and away we go. We get quite a good start compared to Esteban Ocon, who gets a shocker there. And the Haas driver of Roman Grosjean gets a good start too. We're looking down the inside of the Haas and the Force India. We saw the Renault, the Mercedes, and we have to take avoiding action to Verstappen because Verstappen moves over, and I think that was Ricardo who spun round. So we're up to 9th place. It's been quite a good start. We have to watch the gearbox in this race because we changed everything else except we didn't change a couple, but the gearbox is quite low down, so we'll probably have to take a penalty from a gearbox next race. But so we'll probably be starting around the back. but now we're behind Valtteri Bottas. I doubt we'll be able to overtake him. We'll have to overtake him on the first lap, which I doubt we'll do, because he's in a Mercedes and a couple of seconds quicker than us on a lap in any track really. Now coming to end the last sector, starting the third. Now braking, it's a late apex, don't run too wide because there is gravel on the exit. The gearbox is getting dangerously close. Hopefully we don't lose a gear in this race. If we do, I'd rather lose gear 1 because I don't use it on a circuit at Bahrain, so it's in Turkey. So now as we come on to lap 2, Bottas has pulled a couple of seconds a lap faster than me. He's a couple of seconds in front, but that's probably what I expected because he's in a Mercedes, like I said. We have got Romain Grosjean behind me in 10th place, as you can see. He might look down my inside. Yes, he does. He's looking down my inside. We have to leave in the space going down the final corner. We do, but we keep the position on Romain Grosjean. I think there's a Renault behind him. I don't know, it might be Esteban Ocon, I don't know.
DRS is now available.
DRS is available, as Jess says. Braking at the curb again, down to gear 2. Full lock on the steering, I like to put. Down turn 2 now. Don't know whether that's a corner on the actual map, FIA map, but now as we come to the end of lap 3, we've got Romain Grosjean. We try and split the slipstream, but he's staying in it. He's going to look down my inside, no he ain't, but he thinks better of it there. He's now coming round turn 1. The one thing I have realised, that even with traction control, it does spin you around a couple of times, so you have to be aware of that. We've still got Grosjean on our tail, but we're still ahead of him. For the next race, I'm going to do full qualifying as we run wide after I think that's turn 6, I'm pretty sure. But now as we move on to lap 5 now.
Understood, stopping this lap.
I'm going to box this lap to try and get the undercut on Valtteri Bottas here. So we've still got Grosjean and I don't know who's behind him, but still got them in front of, no, behind me I mean. Grosjean's looking down the inside. We make contact because I didn't see him coming. We saw him chop across his line, but sorry Roman, I didn't see you coming. So as we come into the pits now, let's have a nice pit stop from my crew.
They seem to have an issue.
Magnussen's got an issue as well now. Into the pits we go then, onto the soft tyres. I'm going to say super soft, but soft tyres are on. Let's try and get some points again.
Okay,
2 points finishes in a row, but the gearbox is getting dangerously close to losing a gear. It's near 50% as we run wide there. I'm going to flashback that, but yeah, it's near 50%. And that's when it starts to sort of go. So
pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
alright, Jeff, I'll try. Braking nice and early. I thought you were a safety car then, but it's still green flag racing. Now coming, we're in a land of our own really here because we've got nobody really round us. So now as we see Nico Hülkenberg out the race. So not very good for Hülkenberg there, but
You've lost access to one of the gears.
oh,
Lost one of the gears due to a fault.
really? Just as I said, we're getting to the danger point. We've lost one of the gears. What gear is it? Let's have a look. Oh, we've lost gear 7. great. Probably use that gear about 5 times on this circuit. Well, we're going to get a penalty next race then, unless it resolves itself, but we will take a penalty because the gearbox is too far down. So we might take a 5-place grid penalty, we might take more.
Okay,
because
news on the gearbox. The team are trying everything they can think of.
Alright.
Not optimistic. Just keep at it. Do your best. That's all we can ask.
Alright, Jeff, I'll try. We're going really slow down the straight because we've lost 7th gear, so that's what you really expect. We're still jumping cars as they come out at pits. There's somebody there. But now, as we come on to lap 7, there's been a safety car. A safety car's been deployed. This may help us because it'll be less time that we get. Danny Fiat's in the pits, but it'd be less time we get hampered by the loss of 7th gear. And because we're going slower, it might resolve that problem, hopefully.
Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping two.
Trying, it's just lost 7th gear, Jeff, alright. Can't go that fast. Got Julian Palmer there. You have to let him go through. As we run wide, you have to let him go through then. 5-second stop roll with flashback in that. Why the heck have we got a 5-second stop go for that?
Okay, you may overtake the car ahead. Pass the car ahead.
But then you'll say it's a legal overtake from Palmer. So I aren't going to overtake him. There we go, we let him through and now we haven't got a 5-second stop go, luckily. Gone on to the pin. Now as we come on to the end of the safety car's coming in this lap. Safety car coming in, maintain speed. Behind Julian Palmer, in 12th, and we've lost 7th gear. So if we can, I doubt we'll be able to get back up into the points from here, but we'll see what we can do. Hopefully we can. Hopefully we go forward rather than back, because yellow flag, but because we've just dropped behind loads, because now we'll drop behind. Oh no, we've got 7th gear back, yes! Got 7th gear back after the safety car, there we go, so now we can go top speed down the straight. I think that's Max Verstappen out of the race as we go down the inside of Julian Palmer there, going side by side round turn 2. We get the moves done, we go onto the curbing, but he's dropped quite far behind, so we're now up to the 11th place. We've got Esteban Ocon up in ahead of me, who were fighting at the start of the race. So hopefully we can dispatch him. He's quite far ahead, but I was trying to overtake him. Take too much care. We saw a corner cut, but I don't care. As long as the game says I ain't corner cut, I ain't corner cut. Now coming into one of the hardest corners on F1 2017 and 16 on any time you're playing Bahrain. So now as we come on to lap 10, we're on the back of Stoffel Van Dorn. This is for the points, and with that GP2 engine, we zoom past that. Even though we have a Renault engine, go down the inside of Esteban Ocon 2, and that's up to 8th place. Great start there. Somebody went into the pits. That one is start, a great restart there, really. As now as we come on to lap 12 on to 13 now, we've got Esteban Ocon going down the inside. We took back in the slipstream, go back down the inside of Esteban Ocon, and we keep the position, but we lose the back end and we run wide and we've lost it again. So we're going to flash back it. It's almost like we do with Daniel Ricciardo from Hungary, we just spin. But we'll flash back it to about there. We'll go down to gear 1. We're still side by side with Esteban Ocon. Going into turn 2. Well, he's going way too slow into turn 2. We go onto the gravel. That gives Nico Hulkenberg an opportunity. No, that's Julian Palmer, sorry. An opportunity. We go down the inside of both of them. Take too much curb. Esteban Ocon leaves us the space, but he stays ahead of us. Now, as we come to the end of the first sector, I'm going to look to go down the inside of Esteban Ocon here. Dive bomb going into the right-hander. We've got the position though, we haven't. He's get better traction coming out the corner. We're going to look down the inside, and I think a bit of carbon fibre flew off, but it looks like we haven't got any damage, but we actually have. And now we've run wide and we've lost lots of positions. Now we've got Lance Stroll looking down my inside. We're going to look down the inside of Roman Grosjean. We've gone out of the points, but now back into them, but we're back up into 10th. We've got Palmer and Ocon still ahead of me. Can we overtake them before the end of the race? Hopefully we can. Put it back down to standard before the straight, then we'll put it back up into rich. Dangerously close to running out of fuel on the final lap, so we don't want to do that, so we need to save a bit of fuel if we can stay in this position. But Ocon and Palmer are battling, going side by side. It's a drag race. Ocon wins because he's got that Mercedes engine compared to the Renault engine that me and Palmer have. But still going side by side down the straight as Palmer sucks into the slipstream. Down into turn 1, we're looking to dive bomb both of them. What a move there from us. And now Grosjean's getting into the party. It's going 3 wide into turn 2. What a move there from us. It was a massive dive bomb there. We're back up into 8th place. So now as we come to the final lap of this race, we're going to get some points, hopefully, as long as nothing fails at the final lap. I think we've got enough fuel as we round the final corner to take our 2nd consecutive points finish in Formula 1. What a race. It was disastrous until the end, and after the safety car, it all came good. Took 4 positions after the safety car in about 4 laps, but the crucial thing is we've got points. I don't think Danny Kvyat's got 1 yet, and we've got 29 for the team now, I think. Here we have. There you can see Toto Wolff as Lewis Hamilton wins this race. There he is.
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the
Alright guys, so we're coming to the end of this video. There's Sergio Perez. I think he finished in 6th, but we're coming to the end, so if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash a like, subscribe if you're new, share the video to your friends, your family, anybody you know. But my name's Smashy Sam, and more F1 2017 content will be coming out shortly. But until then, Smashy Sam out. Bye guys, see you next time for Russia. I think it is. Yeah, Russia.